Look, I want to tell you guys a story, and this is funny to me now, but it really wasn't so funny back then. After I made all that money and I was homeless on the street. I mean, they took everything, so I was homeless. I was on the street, and it's like, early in the morning. I'm sitting here, I'm rapping on the street corners. I'm singing my heart out because I mean, who's listening? Just traffic, right? Next thing I know, I start getting call them little hints. And then all of a sudden I get this offer. $1 million contract with a certain recording label. So they're setting up the signing, and 3 hours before it, I'm like, absolutely not. Now I'm homeless. I'm starving. But these are the very same people that were in control of that town, and I was in California, that orchestrate situations in people's lives to put them at the bottom and then come in and act like the savior. So they're setting up this signing at this place, and they're bringing in totes full of stuff and all this other stuff. I look at them like, after you just robbed me of way more than that, you want to give me a fraction of that and have me work for you and do everything you say. And this is years ago. This was after my initial awakening. This is when I was still susceptible to these outside influences and all this other stuff. I'm like, so I can get my butt took and do whatever you say, get the HIV or whatever else you got, be under your control for the rest of my life too? 3 hours before the signing, I'm staying outside the place. Nope, not doing it. Absolutely not. No way. With the money I made, that was like a 1,000th of what they stole. And they wanted to pay me a 1,000th to do everything they say and risk my physical health on a permanent basis. That was back in the Diddy Party days. So let me tell you something about the last few years that people may not understand about your little orchestrated events and situations. I'm not new. I knew the whole time. I clocked it immediately. The online smear campaign in my life in Syracuse, when the people on the East Coast were doing the same things the people on the West Coast were doing, I knew from the beginning. I'd already gone through it. I'd already experienced it. I had already elevated past everybody involved. And I just let them think they were winning, because I was building in silence. I was clocking everything. I was getting knowledge about how the whole system works. Meanwhile, I had already known all the glitterati in Hollywood, and I had already known government officials, and I was already working for the company. None of this was new to me. You weren't surprising, and actually your tactics got less effective, not more. So the fact of the matter is, I guess I'm just not big enough to get my butt took and get the HIV for $1 million after you already owe me $3.4 billion. I guess I'm the little one here. I'm the odd man out. I'm the weird one. Right, it's my fault, right? Yo, here's the reality of this situation. You guys need to get a grip. You need to look in the mirror and realize you suck. Bad. You owe me more than you could possibly imagine, and I'm gonna collect. The fact of the matter is, I know that you spent all of that money. That doesn't change the fact that there's a debt. And it's too late. I'm too big, I'm too powerful for you to not pay it back with interest, because there's a VIG. I'm gonna go ahead and run this the same way I've been building up to run it. I'm gonna take everything, because it was already mine to begin with. And you're gonna go away. You're gonna go away forever and suffer the way you do to other people. This is called karma. So yeah, I was too big of a boy to fall for their garbage. And I'm even bigger now. Standing here like a man telling you everything about you sucks. You're weak. You're all low level. You have no idea what power really looks like. And you all thought you were big top dogs when you suck even worse every year. So, you owe me. You owe me. And I'm taking everything, including your network. Bye.